Hello. Today we're going to be talking about the xTool D1 and why I purchased it. Music intro. And then cut back to. So the reason that I purchased one was I make custom cutting boards and bamboo cutting boards. Not necessarily in that order, but I do both. And for bamboo or any lighter wood cutting board, the diode laser seems to work much better. You can see here, but you can see this one was done on a diode and this one was done on a CO2. I have not been able to get my CO2 laser to get this dark on a cutting board. Just in general, the quality of the prints that I've been able to get with this has been just about, as good as I can get. This, you can see that it's off just a tiny bit. I've fixed that. You can see that there's a video that I'll post up somewhere up there. And basically, my belt was off a little bit. But once I fixed the stepper motor, everything was great. So my pros for the device are, xTool really seems to be listening. It seems like they're constantly putting out new products, new projects for it. Like you can now buy, not for this one because this one is now obsolete, but for the new D1 Pro, you can buy extension rails, a full enclosure, although it's soft. It's not a metal one. I would have kind of liked to see it be a sheet metal enclosure just to give it a little bit of rigidity, but it's a fireproof cloth enclosure thing, and it seems to be okay. The little focusing clip, I love that it's always there. I never misplace it. On my big 80 watt, I have a little piece that I'm constantly misplacing just to get it exactly 10.5 millimeters away. The other pros are going to be the strength of this device, like just the rigidity overall. It's a sealed roll frame, and it is very, very, very sound once you get it put together. Negative, no limit switches. That's a big one. So repeatability, if you're trying to do the same, if you want to cut or engrave in the same exact spot every time, it's going to be a lot harder for you. So I would look for something with limit switches. This does not happen. The new xTool Pro has limit switches. So I would start there, but definitely you can get limit switches on devices that are actually cheaper than this. I had an Atom Stack Pro and it had limit switches and it was fantastic. Everything is extra. So the new one has a air assist nozzle that comes on it, but it doesn't come with the compressor. You have to buy the compressor extra. And like the new, if you compare that to the Atom Stack, I think it's the S20 is their new 20 watt, that includes a compressor. And I believe it's cheaper. So something to keep in mind. Cable management. They don't include any way for you to do anything with this cable here. And if you're not careful, it could get in and get cut. And I have seen on a couple of the forums where people have actually cut their cables and had to get replacements from xTool. So that is something to keep in mind. Is always make sure that your cables and your air assist hose, honestly, are out of your workspace. The button placement. This button on top, you can see that I printed a little ring around it because I was hitting the button whenever I was printing, or whenever I was loading something, I would end up hitting the button and the laser would fire. Other negatives are the laser box software. It's very basic. It's been replaced with something called the xTool Creative Space, and I've been testing that for the last day or two. It's a lot better. It's not Lightburn, but it's a lot better. So my final thoughts are, I would probably buy this unit again. I've really enjoyed having it. It's been a good unit. Just with the addition of limit switches, it would have been a fantastic unit. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.